Hey ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to the show. In today's gaming news, we are just a few weeks away from ESO on console. Magicka 2 is here, and see if you can survive until dawn. So yes, we are just a couple of weeks away. Specifically on June the 9th, we will be seeing the console version of The Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited coming to the PS4 and Xbox One. Pre-orders are currently available. As always, comes with a disclaimer that I personally don't think you should pre-order games, and we should wait until we see reviews. This is a little bit of a different situation though, because ESO is a known quantity. We have the PC version. We basically know what to expect in the console version. It's a game that I'm always talking about. I keep coming back to because it's just such an intriguing thing to me. You know, it could have been so much more than it ended up being, but I also don't think it's as bad as people made it out to be. And I once again will reiterate the fact that now with the console version, I will be revisiting the game, even if it's just for a brief stint of time. Now again, we're a couple of weeks away from that, but there are plenty of good games for you to play now. Most recently we had The Witcher 3, and today we have the launch of Magicka 2. Sequel to the popular co-op Wizard Mayhem game, this brings back the same zany action with hundreds of spells, a brand new world and story, and of course, friendly fire. All of this available on the PC and PlayStation 4 for $14.99. Everybody loved Magicka, it seems like. I know very few people who played the game and had many complaints other than my dumbass teammates keep killing me. So we're hoping for more of the same, but better here in Magicka 2. I've got myself a key, so I'm gonna be hopping in and checking it out this week, and you should expect some semblance of coverage from me when I can find time in between playing The Witcher 3 and playing lots of Hearthstone, which is something I've been doing pretty recently. But you don't really care about that. You care about our final story, which is Until Dawn, which up until today, I had never heard of, but holy crap, this looks terrifying. Until Dawn is a suspenseful horror game where you play as one of 8 friends trapped in a remote mountain retreat being hunted by a serial killer. Now, it's an adventure game that will be utilizing what is known as the butterfly effect technology, where your decisions, big and small, will change the outcome of your playthrough. The game launches on August 25th for the PlayStation 4. I saw this launch trailer today. It was the launch date announcement. Never heard of the game before. I watched a trailer and I really felt like I was watching a trailer for like a horror suspense movie. I mean, it looked terrifying. A bunch of people trapped in this wilderness retreat in the snowy mountains or whatever, and there's a serial killer coming after you. Now, we hear a lot about player choice and, you know, being able to affect the outcome of games, and we see the culmination of stuff like that in the Mass Effect series where people are ultimately disappointed. So we're obviously not in a position where we've got the sort of player input to change the world and the story that we're looking for. It hasn't been really super satisfying. It most of the time ends up in this diamond thing where you start off with few options, it spreads out, but eventually comes to a point. So I'll be very interested to see how this butterfly effect technology actually ends up panning out, if there are drastically different outcomes. I mean, they said so much as depending on whether or not you choose to inspect a specific item, that can change the outcome of the game. Like, seems pretty huge, but up until now, it's all words, it's all promises. We'll have to see when the game comes out. It is a PS4 exclusive. Luckily for me, I own all the consoles, so I can give it a look. I can relay that information to you. It could be really scary, which could also make for some funny and interesting YouTube videos. All right, guys, that is going to do it for today's episode of The Feed. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to leave your comments in the comment section below about any of the topics discussed here today. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. It feels like a lot of times these horror games end up just being YouTube fodder, and sometimes I feel a little bit shameless about it, but on the other hand, it's really fun to watch someone get their pants scared off. I mean, if you're wearing pants to start, like I'm not wearing any pants, but you can't see that. You can only see like this much of the screen. I mean, who needs pants? It's like warm outside.